Push past all the pain that you're going through. It won't last if you move how you wanna move. Get lost in the work that you gotta do to be someone better. You can grow into something new. I could be anything that I set my mind to. I do what I need, I can push right through. Fight through those things that are holding me back from the life that I like to have. I'm like, give me time, I'll be just fine. You thought I was worth leaving behind? Get out of your mind, I'll come back better than ever, no matter the weather. Greater than I've ever been, that's my new endeavor. Woo. I work hard so the sweat coming off my chin. On par with the greatest that I've ever done it. I'm new, coming back better than before. But don't look at me, cause you close the door. So watch out and fear me now. I can get real mean if you tell me out. I can get real green, got me hulking now. I don't forget those things, don't hear me loud. I focus on myself, I focus on my health. The greatest revenge is building up yourself. Your life and your drive, building up your wealth. Becoming something better than you've ever felt. If you got dreams that you're chasing, the fear in your life, stand up and face it. Ain't nobody coming to help, you're all alone in this world, in this life, embrace it. I know it might seem hard, it might seem tough, it may sound rough, but this state of mind will get you through a lot of stuff and keep you accountable to stay strong when it's tough. No help, I do it by myself, couldn't even tell it I've been through well. But on the other side came a soldier, much bolder, standing broad shoulders. Step aside and give me the controller, I came here to win, I don't lose, high roller. I wanna be the best in the game, yeah I came to play and invest, stay colder.
Against my mind, it makes it lax. The thoughts holding me back from mine, and I need more. This is why my mind is so fixated on the goal. I'm finally in control.
Round two, I gotta screw loose. No matter how I do feel, I still gotta prove that I'm better. I never say never, I work all alone, I don't work together. I got big moves and they coming soon. I'ma be a tycoon in the boardroom. Everything is fine-tuned, got no excuse. Coming back like new anytime I move. Push past all the pain that you're going through. It won't last if you move how you wanna move. Get lost in the work that you gotta do to be someone better. You can grow into something new. I could be anything that I set my mind to. I do what I need, I can push right through. Fight through those things that are holding me back from the life that I like to have. I'm like, give me time, I'll be just fine. You thought I was worth leaving behind? Get out of your mind, I'll come back better than ever, no matter the weather. Greater than I've ever been, that's my new endeavor. Woo. I work hard so the sweat coming off my chin. On par with the greatest that I've ever done it. I'm new, coming back better than before. But don't look at me, cause you close the door. So watch out and fear me now. I can get real mean if you tell me out. I can get real green, got me hulking now. I don't forget those things, don't hear me loud. I focus on myself, I focus on my health. The greatest revenge is building up yourself. Your life and your drive, building up your wealth. Becoming something better than you've ever felt. If you got dreams that you're chasing, the fear in your life, stand up and face it. Ain't nobody coming to help, you're all alone in this world, in this life, embrace it. I know it might seem hard, it might seem tough, it may sound rough, but this state of mind will get you through a lot of stuff and keep you accountable to stay strong when it's tough. No help, I do it by myself, couldn't even tell it I've been through well. But on the other side came a soldier, much bolder, standing broad shoulders. Step aside and give me the controller, I came here to win, I don't lose, high roller. I wanna be the best in the game, yeah I came to play and invest, stay colder.
Against my mind, it makes it lax. The thoughts holding me back from mine, and I need more. This is why my mind is so fixated on the goal. I'm finally in control.
Round two, I gotta screw loose. No matter how I do feel, I still gotta prove that I'm better. I never say never, I work all alone, I don't work together. I got big moves and they coming soon. I'ma be a tycoon in the boardroom. Everything is fine-tuned, got no excuse. Coming back like new anytime I move.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander presenting the World Esports IESF Regionals. This time around it's the ladies taking on Namibia. We saw the gentlemen in their matchup against Namibia on Tuesday. It was a storming performance from them. We're expecting something similar from the ladies. We have in our house the captain of the female squad, Katsuka, joined by Rose, Dimple Druid, Esla and Arwen. Some familiar names in the mix there, so we all are very, very aware of who they are. But speaking of who they are, you can see the usual suspects, shall I call them? The motley crew. It's Lotus, Shroomsy, Scarfskenkel, Johan, and Seppi, who are joining me this evening. Lady, gentlemen, how are you this fine evening?
I'm so awake, you would not be able to tell how awake I am. But listen. I will wake up. No jokes aside, very soon. As soon as I see the women come into game, as soon as I see the battlefield come on, I'm gonna be wide awake, man. I'm gonna be so interested in seeing what's gonna happen.
You know, I secretly think Seppi has some sponsorship deal with one of those energy drink companies that he's slowly trying to promote here on the stream. I have a deep suspicion. I
wish. Maybe we should get like Switch or something. Switch Monster. Hell yeah. Because I consume a lot of those drinks. Switch is better. What? Okay, dude.
Nah, fam.
Switch is a good idea.
Oh, I thought you said it was better than Monster, man. Unless they sponsor us, then yeah, Switch is definitely better than Monster, yeah.
But listen, it is Friday, everyone. We have some more IESF streams. It is Team SA Women up against the Namibians women. So, yeah, guys, it's Friday. Let's get some live energy to this. We got this. But, yeah, wait, just to... that should answer your question. I'm fired up. I'm good to go.
That's good. So, Johan, you were just talking to the ladies before the game, giving them a bit of a pep talk. How are they feeling?
I think they are very motivated and in good spirits. I think they all see that they have a good shot at going through this. We've played test matches against Madagascar and Mauritius. We have not played against Namibia before, so this is new. But it is the same server, so we are kind of familiar with the players. I don't expect they'll have any surprises today.
Yeah. I mean, the women's teamwork in those test matches against two very strong countries in Madagascar and Mauritius, they were absolutely dominant. Like, I mean, if anybody wants to go and see the videos are on the channel, you can just go back a little bit, you'll see their performances. Extremely strong performances coming out from the ladies. So we don't expect anything less from them in this particular match. Though, as you said, Namibia, a bit of an unknown element. I don't know, Shroomsy, you've been around the scene for a very, very long time. The names of the players, right, which is from Namibia, it's Hecate, Asuna, Alicat, Blondie, 203, and Ayaka. That's the Namibian players. A bit unfamiliar to me. I know it's the same server, but I'm not too sure. Like the South African team, yes, we know them all hands down. But the Namibian, I'm not too sure.
The only player that I know of those you mentioned would be Alicat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's their main role in the team, but they usually... I see them a lot of times on the mid lane position, mid lane trio. So they're actually not bad. So it's going to be interesting if that's a lineup. And I mean, Alicat is a very good player overall. And if the other players are also on the same level, there's going to be a fun game.
Yeah. So that's okay. Well, we're gonna get to find out a lot about these players as the game goes. But my faith is in Team SA. They should be able to pull this through. Lotus, I'm sure you have something to say about this particular match. Being a lady yourself, what are your thoughts? Why didn't you apply to be in the team?
Well, I'm with Immortal Order, so I'm a loyal member there. But I was pretty excited today. I even got my makeup done and everything. I wanted to show full support to this team. With the makeup part, I didn't like doing makeup, but I wanted to look the best for the stream because these ladies need all the support they can get, because I know that not a lot of female teams get so much popularity or exposure as other teams. So I'm pretty excited that everyone gathered here tonight to show support to the ladies.
Yeah. It is maybe a little bit on the disappointing side that the women's esports events don't get as much love as the men's do. I mean, it's just no hate towards anybody. It's just being realistic based on the stats that we can see in front of us. And for myself, I'm a little bit confused as to why, because I'm sure everybody tuning in to watch this, you're going to see why the ladies should get some love and support. We're going to see some cracker plays coming through from Team South Africa. They've got a very, very good jungle. They've got nice rotations between them. They've got their strategy down. I know, because the little birdies in the Twitter sphere were tweeting. The ladies team were coached by the members of previous men's national team. So that would be the members of Mavericks who did the coaching for the ladies team up to a certain point,
crazy.
obviously. So we would definitely expect some big things from them.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, with the names being in the team, I mean, bro, Dimple Druid. When I found out Dimple Druid was a lady, bro, I was like so shocked. I mean, the amount of aggressiveness that Dimple shows is not something you usually see from female players. And I mean, that's the upper hand they have in the team, is the amount of aggressiveness they do on the correct timing, of course. And that's the reason why they are doing so well this year, I have to say.
Dimple Druid is a top tier mage. A lot of actually, I think almost everybody on the FA Women's team have been in the mythical immortal and above. So, I mean, anyway, right? We're heading into the drafting phase. I'm gonna hand you over to Shroomsy and Scarpscankle as they will take us through the draft.
All right. So Rose batting out the CC straight off the bat. Team SA's women, they've got the first pick, so very curious if they're going to go for comfort, meta, or meta comfort.
I mean, there's a massive meta shift that is happening. Wise is, of course, being one of the main meta heroes. He's currently at this point of stage, he's either pick or ban. I mean, the amount of pressure he can put onto a map with that global mountain shocker vision, with the amount of damage he can dish after just having 2 items, and then not even speaking about the late game, bro. That is a devastating year in this current meta.
Yeah, I mean, YSS to get his stacks he's not that hard a hero to play as he used to be in the past. But speaking of which, Team SA's women, they ban out the Matilda. Looking at the IESF streams here from South Africa, Matilda hasn't received any love. Well, only love by ban, but nonetheless, I mean, it seems like no one likes to play against this Matilda, as we do see Namibian squad taking out the Faza. So no feathered airstrike for the side of SA Women.
That was a good read from Team Namibia. I mean, for Matilda's, of course, a very good counter towards the Faza, being able to just dive her and knock her up, cancel the ultimate. So that was a very good response to the Matilda ban. And the final ban for South Africa being the Aemon. I mean, Aemon has made an uproar in the last patch. I mean, I'm not personally a favorite of the Aemon, but I mean, he's been a menace even in the pro scenes.
And that does answer my question. And in my opinion, SA Women picking up, well, the meta hero of this season, Mr. Uranus, and picking up Revitalize on as well. That's going to be annoying to play against. I mean, Uranus on his own is super strong, and he can just escape and heal up. But Ecat picks up Florin and Asuna with the Aurora.
Bro, I mean, Aurora is not a hero you see often in this current meta. She kind of fell off a bit due to the mobility meta being back up and running. Dimple Druid going for the Kimi and Ketsuka with a Lance, bro. This current Team SA draft is something you would see on the pro scene stages, bro. This is a top tier draft. If you add something like maybe the 1-1 into the mix, this will be a deadly combination.
You see Alicat does pick up the Honeybee, but looking at SA's women's draft at this point, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Looking at the mobility, especially coming in from the Lancelot, that frigid Glacier coming in from Aurora, that especially that timing on the ability, it's Lancelot should be able to zing out of the harm's way, as we do see Angela gets banned out from the side of Team Namibia.
Alpha is online.
I mean, along with that, also, you can't forget the Thorned Rose along with the Phantom Execution, just mobility all around for coming out from Lancelot. So a very good draft so far, and that Alpha being banned out as one of the counters, being one of the true damage dealers to counter the Uranus. So there's not a lot of counters left. I mean, the Nabi has been picked up, so no carry. Yeah, Lunox is not available. You have the Aurora. The only other thing you can maybe pick up to kill is maybe Esmeralda, or CC's already banned out. So Esme is the only other viable option against this Uranus.
Well, let's see what they do pick up. So, Iwan will have the final ban in this first matchup between Team SA and Namibia. But, bro, this is, at this point, right, it's a very strong draft coming in from Team SA. Namibia, if they can't zone or pick off, well, let's say, yeah, if they can't pick off, it's going to be a difficult time. And as you mentioned, the Esmeralda gets banned out.
Oh, bro, that is a crazy... bro, they are definitely going for those counters. I mean, there's not a lot of answers left for that Uranus, so they definitely need to watch out for that. He's going to be deadly on the rotations. Pick up the Terizla in response. So currently, Team Namibia's draft is looking... they need one or two extra components to make this a solid draft. Terizla without any follow-up stun, the only follow-up stun being the Aurora with the Frigid Glacier. So if they can get that combo running, that will stun up Team South Africa for a long while. But if they miss that combination, I mean, with the amount of mobility coming out, there's the Kalia also being picked up with the Irithel. So there's all mobility for the side of Team South Africa.
It's going to be difficult. I wanted to suggest the Fragrant before the Kalia and Irithel got picked up, especially because the only true frontliner you've got is the Terizla. And looking at Aurora's timer on her skills, the Fragrant would have actually been a very good pick. Or even a Bane. Bane would not be bad at this point, but yeah, let's see what Team Namibia picks up. Because, I mean, you're going to need that extra frontline capability. So definitely need to look at picking up a tank jungler.
You need someone with a decent amount of CC. As the Martyrs gets picked up, this is the debut pick on the IESF. So I'm interested to see. I mean, Martyrs is deadly in the early game, so this might counter the aggression coming out from the Lancelot in the early game. And then they have the Nabi just to get fed and delete everyone on the late game. So it's an interesting pick. Not my favorite, but it might work in the right circumstances.
The only problem that I've got with Martyrs is if you look at late game, the Martyrs is not going to be in contention anymore. I mean, he does scale beautifully in the early game. He's very strong early game, but he stops scaling from late mid to late game. So Team Namibia, if they want to pull this one over, they definitely need to get that pressure early on and go for a quick end. But listen, yeah, we are yet to back the ladies from Team South Africa Women. I'm going to hand you over to Lotus and Seppi.
Team South Africa, the women's team. I am extremely excited for this. I'm loving both drafts here. I think the Martyrs pick is actually pretty nice. It has that true damage to cut down that tanky Uranus if he ever gets a bit too low. So there's no like low HP. It's a full HP burst with the Uranus and the Revitalize. But the only thing I'm not sure about is this Hanabi pick. I think that's also a debut pick on IESF. So I'm not sure how that really fits into the draft, but we'll have to see what happens. Lotus, which draft do you liking more?
For South Africa's draft, because like Scott mentioned, the Martyrs isn't the best late game. He sort of becomes irrelevant late game, and when you're in the 5-man scene, you want to hear that it's relevant the entire game, not necessarily always at its power spike, but at least relevant and still helpful and useful. A Martyrs is just caught too easily.
That's fair. The Martyrs, I mean, yeah, I think it does fall off. That's a hard fact. But let's see if Namibia can make use of that early game power spike. I want to see maybe some jungle invades. They're against a Lancelot. They can definitely get some stuff done. The Mortal Coil from Martyrs is definitely it's just such a good like raiding ability, right? You're going to be immune to any stuns. You're going to be take half damage. So in the early game, people don't even have that much damage. So you're pretty much immune when you use that ability. So we're going to see the jungle raid coming actually from Team South Africa here. We're going to see a nice little knockup coming in from the Martyrs, but first blood goes to Rose. This kind of backfire. Well, didn't backfire. That's exactly what South Africa needed, and they actually just shut down this Martyrs already this early.
Good play and invade coming out from the side of Team South Africa. They got 2 kills as well as a 1,000 gold lead so early in the game. This would also probably give them that ratchet gap for the turtle if the Martyrs doesn't farm quickly enough.
Yeah, I think Martyrs does have really good retry secure, but you're against Lancelot, probably top 3 best retry secures in the whole game, right? Maybe under something like a Balmond, or I could probably think of one more, like a Suya, right? But Lancelot is definitely up there. We're looking at a little bit of a rotation coming in from Namibia here, but Irithel, Awen, sort of ready for it. This is going to be a turtle like missed out for Namibia here. So if they don't get something done in this top lane, it might be a bit catastrophic for them. But even if Irithel sort of falls here, I don't think it's the worst thing for South Africa.
But even so, the Irithel won't fall, and I'm pretty sure this turret won't go down easily. So Namibia kind of lost that trade-off. This isn't looking good for them so early in the game.
Yeah, this is a rotation from Rose all the way from the XP lane coming to take the kill onto Hecate. Looking for a little bit of a dive here, but Aegis has been popped by the Hanabi, trying to get them away from that zone. Oh my gosh, Aurora not even level 4 yet. Just trying to help this Hanabi sort of accelerate her farm. There it is. She's hit that level 4 timing. Frigid Glacier is available to use. There's the Tsunami Slam dragging her underneath, away from the tower. But nice Frigid Glacier. Not going to be any follow-up for it, though. Look at Team South Africa, man. They're playing so aggressive. They've got keeping 4 people up top.
And the rotation from Rose going all the way to the top and now back to her lane. Good rotations coming in from South Africa, and they're just putting too much pressure on Namibia right now. Namibia would probably have to slow the game, try to get the Hanabi fed as quickly as possible. But the problem with Hanabi is she takes forever to really get online, especially a lot longer than the Irithel.
And then there's the issue of Hanabi. Even when she's online, she's not a good she can't look after herself at any point in the game, right? You want to, when you draft a Hanabi, you always want to be in a 5-man team fight setting, because your one-on-one damage, Hanabi's damage is not that great. She has the best, obviously one of the best AoE damage abilities in the game, which is her bouncing attacks. We're looking at a bit of a fight here. Looking at the Decimate coming onto Ketsuka, not able to finish the job. And a nice Tsunami Slam onto Awen. Not onto Awen, excuse me, Ayaka. She gets out, but Dibble Druid will finish off Blondie. I don't even know how Rizla fell first there.
And Ketsuka just manages to get out alive. The Lancelot plays that we get to see from Team SA, the men and women's, is actually pretty crazy, because the teams make sure to protect the Lancelot, allowing them to play aggressively but still get out safely.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're looking for. I think Namibia is definitely in a bit of trouble here. They have an early game sort of timing with that Martyrs. Looking at maybe another Tsunami Slam coming through here. I think it's on cooldown. Doesn't even matter. Simple Druid taking down Alley Cat. That's going to be also this Kimmy getting quite a lot of advantage early on. The best KDA on her team. It's going to be 204 on the scoreboard. We're looking at a turtle fight starting here. Rose is just tanking ultimates here. British Glacier on one person. That's not the person you want to be focusing. I don't know if I pointed this out already, but Rose had it before, had a what do you call the item? A Thunderbolt before 3 minutes. So she's insanely far ahead at the moment. Going into the Dominance Ice next. This should be a nice and easy turtle for the side of South Africa. They might want to go a little bit of a dive here on the bottom lane. They're sort of setting up for it here. Rose again baiting out all the abilities. Nice Tsunami Slam coming through. Are they going to be able to get Asuna? Yes, they are. And again, look at this. This Kalia is just going in and out, in and out. Killing spree for Rose. I almost said Raze. Rose right there. Man, South Africa is kind of just dogging on them here, as well as another solo kill from Ewan onto Alley Cat.
The Uranus pick here from the side of Team South Africa was such a good pick, also making sure in the drafting phase to take out the counters. But now with a Rose just having so much sustainability, working with the team and rotating as quickly as she does, this puts Namibia under too much pressure right now. I mean, look at this invade.
Yeah, again, another invade, as you said there. Yeah, this Martis is not having a good time here. Is that level 6 Martis compared to level 9 Lancelot? Nice numbers there. That's a 3-level gap that we're seeing here. With also this Irithel completed 2 items at 6 minutes. Crazy. We're going to see another mega kill coming in onto Hecate. This Florent was probably arguably having the worst game out of all of the Namibian players right here. 4 deaths on her scoreboard here. We might see Ayaka getting a little bit of advantage, pushing out this lane. Needs to be quite careful. The rotation coming in from South Africa. Is Ayaka going to be able to make it out of here alive? I really doubt this. We're going to see the Mortal Coil being committed here. No more Mortal Coil available. Might be able to see a little bit of a fight back. No Decimation is going to be present as Team Namibia. They lose another one.
With Martis being such an early to mid game here and now even struggling in the mid game, this almost puts Team Namibia with a very more like a 4v5. What do you think Team Namibia can actually do to turn this game around?
I think they can do a lot. I think it's not all lost here for Namibia. They have a team that's, I mean, sure, the early game, it's gone. They've lost their opportunity with that, with the Martis. But if they all stick together, they try and do some 5-man strategies, not whatever's happening here. Alicat is going to get caught once again. Tsunami Slam onto her. It's going to be a Sky Piercer stack for Dimple Druid. Yeah, I mean, you're not allowed to be doing that. Sure, going to the tower, but you know, Alicat, I think it's more important that she scales rather than creating map pressure, because her taking more deaths than this is going to be really catastrophic. And as I said, they want to be sticking together. They want to be doing the team fights with that penalty zone and the Frigid Glacier, and then allow that scaling Hanabi to do that AoE damage that can catch South Africa off guard. But at the moment, it's looking pretty grim. We are seeing 2 people pushing down the bottom lane right now. They have to try and get out of here. They're going for another wave. A bit greedy once again from Namibia. They're going to try and recall in the bushes here, but Rose and Ketsuka are going to be able to scout them out. Ayaka is going to be the first one to get gone on here. Nice penalty zone, actually. Onto 3. Ayaka running away with that Mortal Coil. Blondie's going to be the first one to fall. Can Ayaka get out of there, though, is the question. She's hugging the wall there, hugging for dear life. I think she might be able to. We'll have to see if the Mortal Coil is available. Okay, no. Oh, unless Ketsuka coming in with the zings, able to get the kill there. Nice basic attack into the Phantom Execution. Styling on him right now.
That was so close. Ayaka almost managed to get away. Oh man, that was a bit cruel from the side of Team SA. But good plays coming out from them. But right now, I notice a lot of the times that Aurora keeps focusing the Frigid Glacier, I think that's how you pronounce it, on only one hero, especially the Uranus, and that is kind of not the best idea. She needs to stay behind either the Terizla or the Martis and make sure to try to capture the entire team.
Again, look at Rose. No threat of being taken down right now. I mean, I've been the Uranus in this situation, right? You got to be a bit careful. You're not completely immortal, but you did just tank a whole bunch of spells from the enemy team. So it's already a good start coming in from South Africa. They were able to take down Blondie to start things off. But this Hanabi is doing quite a lot of damage at this point now, actually. Surprising amount. Awen coming in around. Oh, but look at Ketsuka with the Phantom Execution just blowing up the enemy team there. Triple kill for the Lancelot. Are we going to see more than that? Is that a maniac for Ketsuka? As a team white befalls the side of Namibia, and they're looking at an open base right now.
Right now it's 19-0 in the favor of Team SA, and they already have a 14,000 gold lead. It's gonna take a miracle for Team Namibia to make a comeback on this.
An absolute miracle indeed, as we're now seeing the second inhibitor to being taken down. It's just one inhibitor turret left. It does have that shockwave, but although I think it's just going to be wasted on those minions there, unfortunately, as the Lord has spawned up at about the 10-minute mark. 19 kills to 0 kills on the side of South Africa compared to Namibia here, with an insane gold lead of about 15,000. So that's quite a lot of gold.
I agree. Right now, Team SA is so fit, they can just storm through the mid, kill everyone, and just clean end the game. Team Namibia, Teresa is putting pressure on the top lane, might manage to get the turret, but it doesn't really help them right now.
They're not in a position to be split pushing once again this time. Hanabi, please go to your team, please. don't get caught. You can't. I was just explaining how Hanabi is a very team dependent hero, right? You gotta get your team to group the enemies up, and then you are the one who does that area damage. We are looking here, a bit of a team fight starting out here. Frigid Glacier landing onto the Lancelot there. Not a bad start. We are gonna see the Tsunami Slam taking out Heket already. Man, we're gonna see the Lord as well, pummeling it down middle lane. Martis and the gang, can they do it? Gonna see Monster Kill, another Sky Pierce stack for Kemi coming through. We're gonna see Blondie just fighting it away, but not able to get the job done, as it's quite a simple victory for South Africa going in game 1.
That was a clean sweep for the side of Team South Africa.
Oh man, a clean sweep indeed, man. And that was not a single person dying, actually. 22 kills on the board to 0 there. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't have had a better performance, really. I didn't really see any major mistakes coming from South Africa, so very well played to them. Namibia, I think I did sort of highlight the mistakes that were made, right? Possibly like a bit too much split pushing, a bit too much objective pressure when they really just needed to scale rather than play objectives. So yeah, I mean, that was a bit of an interesting game for sure. But yeah, GG South Africa, well done. They took game 1.
Very, very dominant performance from the ladies here. From start to finish, I mean, they went for that early game jungle invade up against a Martis. I was a little bit nervous when they went in. I was like, oh, okay, wait. But they had the Uranus as basically the sponge of the team to soak up all the damage, put a lot of pressure, nice rotation in from Rose there, getting into the blue buff area. Granted, they didn't secure the blue buff, but those couple of kills in the early part of the game just set them on that snowballing course. And I mean, how often do you see a game that finishes 22-0? I mean, I can't remember the last time there was a 0 score in Mlbb matchup.
It's a crazy amount of kills compared to that. I mean, I think Equilibrium. I mean, not Equilibrium. Well, yes, Equilibrium. The team, the men's team in South Africa. They didn't end a game like this. They at least had a little bit of resistance. There was some resistance from Namibia women's team here around, but it felt a bit less. It felt more futile.
So what Seppi's trying to say to you is that the ladies team just won up the men's team.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What a D.
That's exactly what I said. Yes. But shout out to Ketsuka, man. That Lance performance was crazy, man. So if anybody says that women don't have fast fingers, can't do anything, look at that. Tell me you play Lance better than that.
Nah, dude, not even close. I mean, that Maniac, she went in basically almost 4v1. The team was ready to fall back, and she was like, nah, brah, zing, 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 Kyrie. And then everyone died. I'm like, bro, Ketsuka, very dominating performance, but bro, this Rose, the amount of ults she baited, I mean, I saw time after time penalty zone and Frigid Glacier onto the Uranus, and he just walks out. That thing is unkillable.
Yeah.
I was so surprised to see the Hanabi come out so early, right? Mm-hmm. I was just like thinking, this is just the carry angle. Just slam the carry right there. It's going to be a bit difficult for SA to deal with that. But they went for Hanabi, and I was like, what are they doing?
And there was a great build in Abu.
Yeah, not the Holy Trinity. But I suppose it could have been a comfort pick coming through. But who really impressed me in this game was Islam on that
Kalia. Yeah, or Kalia.
Kalia, you know, well, potatoes. Whatever you want to say it.
Potato!
But her performances in terms of the setup, I mean, the way she timed her jumps going in, there was this one pickup onto you were speaking of the Hanabi that you were speaking about, right? We all know Hanabi has CC immunity with her second skill, but she waited so patiently for Hanabi's shield to pop before she went in with the stun, and not having the Tsunami Slam available even at that time. It was just that decent degree of patience. So she was going in, and the combination of the roam and the XP laner, they understood their roles, because it's not always that the roam needs to be the frontliner, to be the initiator in any team fight. I mean, you've got a Uranus. The Uranus is basically a walking sponge. He's just there to soak up damage, bait out skills. So they allowed Uranus to do exactly what Uranus was supposed to do, and the understanding that came through from the Kalia to wait as a counter initiator. The moment everything's baited out and anybody goes in and Uranus is a little bit low on health and needs a little bit of space just to regen, that's the moment in time we see the clear go in, set up with the team, get the knock up, Tsunami Slam into the back, and the whole team just piled on. She was like the trigger that resulted in the team fight to start.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance. I need to ask Johan, what do you think after giving that a little pre-game pep talk to the ladies? How are you feeling after seeing them come clutch with probably the biggest stomp we've seen so far?
Yeah, I don't know whether there's much I can really say other than 22-0 said it all. Made it look like it was about the worst Dark Sister matchmaking you'd possibly get ranked.
You heard it from Johan yourself. Namibia plays like Dark System.
Crazy.
I don't know how much we're allowed to be biased here, but we've lost the plot here already, guys. Let's go this way. Unless Namibia comes out
bias.
We went off the deep end from the men's stream. There was no coming back from that.
I mean, listen. As soon as Namibia picks up a joy, then we're talking about something else, right?
It's always a joy.
No. Bro, I don't think even a joy can save them, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, when Waylander mentioned earlier about Isla's understanding, I think that's what Team Namibia lacked the most in this first game. They didn't seem to understand what to do because, I mean, the aggression coming out from Team SA was pretty tough. So sometimes you lose track, you lose calm, and then communications go out the window. So what you saw a lot was the Hanabi and the Aurora frontlining. That is not what you want from your biggest damage dealers, especially mid to late game. So what the team now needs to do is to just make sure to stay calm, keep the comms up and running properly, and just don't panic. And know how to play your hero to its advantages.
I think a lot of the problems that they experienced was when it came to the early game in Vade, they didn't expect that, especially with the composition that they were up against. And I would say secondly, it was not knowing how to handle the Uranus spec. That was, once they were being pressured constantly, they were in a little bit of a fluster, a little bit of a panic. They didn't know how to melt down that Uranus and what to do. That did come down a little bit to draft, but I'm sure in this particular matchup, Namibia are probably going to ban that Uranus. If that is not a ban, then I will be very, very surprised indeed.
Yeah. They actually have first pick, so they might pick it up for themselves. Yeah. I don't know, that might be the option, because there's 2 heroes you always want to contest if you're going first. You have there's actually like 4. So your 4 top picks for contesting is IESF, a solid contest. You want the Uranus to contest. There is, of course, the Kimi, which is currently a major contest. And then underrated hero, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know why she doesn't get played, but Zushin, bro. Zushin is still broken to this day. I picked her up yesterday or the day before. Bro, me as a tank XP laner went 17-1 and 11 with Zushin. Well, I was frontlining for the team, and then they come on to me. I just pop the Crimson Lantern, and then I'm back to safety.
Mm-hmm. See, Zushin works so very well because we're in the sustain meta. So when we're looking at the quartet of XP laners, which is going to be your Yuzong, your Lapo, Uranus, and Ruby. they're not exactly the most mobile of heroes in terms of their movement speed, but they frontline so well. They stay in the fight for very, very long. And you throw a Zushin into that mix, like her skills are just there to deal with, oh, you want to be in my face, do you? Alright, I'm just going to pick you up and drop you wherever I feel like I want to drop you. What are you going to do about it now? So she works really well into that kind of setup. I mean, she works well into many setups, but that's where she thrives the most. That's her skills are just used to do that.
There's one more hero that I'm surprised nobody's picking up at all, even in the men's games, is the Arlot. I feel like Arlot's just crazy right now, man. I feel like we've seen Mimic in the MSA bring it up with his damage build. I think the damage build is slightly less viable than the tank build, unless Mimic's playing it, right? But then I feel like Moonton, they just threw a whole bunch of buffs at Arlot, right? They gave him additional movement speed after he casts his second skill on a marked target. And he just becomes so mobile. And he's just very, very consistent. He can lane into these tough matchups like the YZ, the Lapu, and you could argue that he could match up into the Uranus if you go for that Mimic build. But we're just not seeing it happen.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. It is surprising that Arlot's not in the mix, because he has one of those special ultimates as well. Granted, he's very high skill. This is not one of those heroes where, you're listening to Seppi and you think, I should start playing some Arlot now. And then you go there solo queue rank and then you start feeding and you're like, look at what Seppi did to me. He told me this is a broken hero.
I think it's a mixture of the both, right? I think he is not the easiest hero. That's definitely true. But also you need the right draft for it, I guess, is the other thing. Maybe you need to pair it with something like a Fredrin, right? To consistently put down stuns on the enemy team so that you can move around with the Arlot a lot more efficiently compared to just your final slash and your first skill on him.
Yeah, even Akai, this like the old school combo Arlot and Akai.
Old school combo, It was also Gwen included in that as well. When you knock up people with Gwen with your ult with the Violet Requiem, it counts as multiple instances of knockup. So you can just keep clicking your Arlot second skill. You can keep just going wee. Yeah.
Alright, so now we know the sound effects that Seppi makes when he plays Arlot.
Okay, so it's zing for Lance and wee for Arlot.
If we ever see an Arlot, we're gonna have to say that now.
Yeah, that's going to be for the rest of our lives.
Nice.
But well, speaking of truth, I mean, that's not a hero you see often. And I mean, in the pro scene, Fredrin and Arlot is a solid combo that everyone picks up, especially against the meta that is the frontliners. He is one of the heroes that's able to irritate a Lapu, irritate Ruby to a degree, and a Phoveus that we don't see actually as often. That's a very solid matchup. They counter each other to a degree.
It's actually crazy just thinking of like a whole bunch of XP lanes we haven't even talked about, like the Phoveus, like man, like
where's Phoveus?
Yeah, where is this guy? Sorry, Lotus, what were you saying? Oh, sorry.
The question is, why don't people also use the Lilia in this current matchup? Because she's actually pretty strong right now. I mean, with heroes as sustainable as the Uranus and Yuzong, with that constant damage from her second skill, with the first skill, the bombs that she keeps leaving, that actually depletes the sustainable hero's health so quickly. Sometimes they don't have time to regen, especially if she puts on Glowing Wand and Wishing Lantern. So I'm actually surprised people don't use her as often as she should be used.
Yeah, I think Lilia also depends a lot on her team, right? Yeah, I agree that you have a huge amount of damage output on Lilia. Possibly one of the biggest damage outputs on any mage in the whole game, right? Just being able to blow up those bombs is just crazy. But it does rely a little bit on your team for that control to keep your opponents where they are. Right? You can't just pick a Lilia into some tanky draft and expect it to work. You need to be able to lock them down.
Unless you're Suns, then you can do what you want to do. But anyway, we're heading into the drafting phase.
I just quickly want to pull a Lotus moment before we go into the drafting phase. Lotus, just raise up your hands, please.
They call me a hero.
Just do this.
What? What?
Turn around your hand. Just turn it around. Huh. Alright, we'll get back to this. And into the drafting phase we go.
Are you checking if she's married or something, dude? Yes.
There's a ring on her finger, and it's the wrong finger.
Okay, no
There's a
chance for
ring
you,
on
Sparky.
both.
I'm sorry.
I've got Mads.
Make it
I've got
weird.
Mads. Mads will get Mads. But anyway, let's go into the draft.
Into the draft we go indeed. Lotus, we're already seeing the same bands coming through here. We are going to see the YSS and the CC coming first. Interestingly enough, it's going to be the other way around, I think, right? So it was the YSS banned out by BTX or South Africa, and Namibia banned the CC. But anyway, we are going to see a little bit of a new bands here. Those are the two bands I expected to see, was the Lance and the Uranus. So yeah, not so surprised at all.
To be honest, I also would have expected the Kalea ban, but it just does make sense that they wanted to go with those two first, because you do not want to give those two to the side of Team SA. Matilda also getting banned out from the side of BTX.
Oh, this is the.
Reading through time's
This is the.
I hope to find a strand that's
Ooh, I'm trying very hard to not sound sexist here, but you know what I'm about to say.
Say it.
We've got some standard woman gaming with the Angela first pick here. Okay, listen, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I play a lot of Angela myself. Okay, I define myself as an avid Angela enjoyer. But great, I like the pick, right? Sustain meta, and you're able to enable a single hero. So very, very potent in the right hands, except just immediately countered up by the Esmeralda. So I'm not liking it that much anymore, especially if you're going to go for the Hanabi again. If you stack too many shields against this Esme, she's going to be whacking around.
Yeah, Hanabi is not the best choice in this comp, and we've also seen the playstyle coming from this Hanabi player, and it doesn't suit in the 5-man scene as you need it to. It can work in another team comp, but not this one. But there it is.
They locked it. Ooh, I mean, I have not much to say about this. I mean, you're picking an Angela and Hanabi into an Esme. It's not a good idea. On solid paper, it is a very bad idea to stack shields against an Esme. But we'll see if what they can do about it. Awen, gonna pick up the 1-1. Now there's a hero that's pretty damn great.
Hanabi should just remember the restraining order against Esme and she'll probably be fine. But Alpha getting banned out from the side of Team SA.
Yeah, Alpha's pretty good. I like it a lot. The ban, it's good against the Esme. Being able to have that true damage to cut down shields and the tankiness, it's always a good idea. We're looking at like a big core coming in from Team Namibia here. I like the Alpha, something that does the same sort of job as that. Someone that the Angela can reliably go on. Sure, they can go on the Hanabi, but the way that Angela sort of works is you kind of want to pair her on a mobile melee target. Putting on a ranged target can be a bit iffy sometimes, just because you want to keep that puppet on a string, able to proc that root. Like you see, like Team South Africa banning perfect heroes for this, right? Like the Alpha and the Ruby.
True. Also, Angela doesn't really suit ulting the marksman, especially a Hanabi. I really think she's bad on a Hanabi. She's better for, like you said, the melee heroes. You don't necessarily always want to use her on assassins, but with some she works. But she's the best when it comes to guys that already have a lot of sustain, like Uranus, Ruby, Yuzong, that XP quartet.
I think it's more on quartet. I think it's a sextet, right? We have the let me just mention them briefly over again. It's Uranus, Lapu Lapu, YZ, Arlot, Phobius, and Ruby. Right, those are the biggest EXP laners right now. I make it as whatever the 7th number is as well. I forgot about Dang. Man, EXP lane right now is just such a crazy amount of like impact, this meta, man. I think it is the meta for XP lane. I'm sure the Badang's not going XP, but you can play it there. We might see the YZ come out here. That's a pretty good target for Angela.
That is true. Also, Dareth getting shown. Dareth is a good hero, but he's a lot like the Martis. Scales from early to mid and then falls off in the late game.
Yeah,
Not the
he is
best
very.
in 5-9.
Yeah, very similar to Martis in that regard. But I do quite like this pick here. I think it's good against the Esme. Can cut her defenses down, make it easier for his team to burst down the tanky targets. Okay, we're gonna run it back to the Martis. I also don't mind that too much, especially against the Badang. Having like that immunity to stuns, etc., is quite a good idea. However, we're going to need to see Ayaka play a lot more team-oriented this game, and that goes to say for the whole of Team Namibia here. Without that team play that we did not see last game, it's going to look quite rough once again.
I do agree with you there, especially right now when it comes to Team SA's draft. I mean, they have CC galore, AoE galore, especially coming out from Aurora, Badang, even the Xborg and Esme. This is going to be tough for the side of Team Namibia.
Xborg coming out last pick from the side of Team SA. Not the biggest fan of this. It's quite nice. There's some tanky targets to burst down, but I'm gonna take back what I said. I think it's a good pick. The reason I think it's good is not because the enemy's tanky, it's because the enemy is quite immobile. I think the biggest amount of mobility on the enemy team is just the Mortal Coil from the Martis and the YZ Black Dragon. So there's just a little bit of mobility, but other than that, they're all quite static in the way that they play. So Xborg is able to sort of play in a way that can guarantee full stacks on that burning effect quite reliably. So I'm quite a big fan of the pick in the end. Lotus, any final thoughts before we head over to the casters?
I think I'm gonna vote for Team SA's draft because coming out from Team Namibia, I really don't think the heroes combo well with each other. But let's hand it over to Scop and Shroomzy.
Thank you, Lotus and Seppi. This is second match. Team SA's draft is once again, well, in my opinion, stronger than Team Namibia. But let's see how this one plays out because it ain't Shroomzy?
It ain't over till the cookie crumbles, bro. But I'm gonna be honest, with looking at the draft alone, I think the cookie has crumbled. Like, Rico might be biased towards the Joy, and as you know, I am very biased against the Xborg. Lethal Ignition, not my favorite emblem to have on him, but bro, Xborg is so broken. I don't know why people don't pick up this hero. I mean, I played him just before we came on stream. I got a Savage and 2 Maniacs in a game. Bro, this hero is so broken. The amount of sustain he now has and damage. You throw War Axe and Sky Pierce on that dude and he is dishing amounts of damage. And pair that with a Badang. They can't escape his last insanity.
I mean, when his bar is full, I mean, he does extra true damage as well. So, I mean, there's a lot that needs to be accounted in. I've said this previously before as well. Xborg is overpowered at this moment in time, but we do see Team SA going for this early game engagement here onto the gold lane. However, the first skill has been committed. Iwan, the 1-1 is currently low, but we do see the engagement onto Martis, and the first blood goes to the Badang.
Bro, crazy engagement there. I mean, Badang, Martis being level 3, not taking his full jungle clear, and then trying to engage onto a very sustainable enemy front line. That is not the greatest choice you want to have on the Martis. I mean, you want that Decimate online early so you can get that early kills onto the enemy invade. That's how you can get the early game stacked. I mean, he's still level 3, bro. He's not going for his farm, trying to contest a turtle. They definitely need to farm up this Martis so you can get that early game snowball going.
Yeah, no, look, I am going to agree with you. I mean, they need to get those aura coils off from the Martis into the Decimate. But we do see Rose currently being pesky onto this Martis as the first Iron Hide. First turtle does go to Team SA. So it's a 2.5 minute mark. Team SA has a 700 gold lead at this point of stage. But we do see 1-1 and Honeybee just pretty much just showing face to one another in the top lane.
This Hanabi definitely needs to stay safe along with Angela. There's the engagement. Isla's into position. There's the first crack, not landing onto the wall, but the crossbow of Tang just securing that kill. What a beautiful combination. Oh no, sorry, Isla stole the kill.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing. So it's currently 2-0, just past the 3-minute mark. But I mean, look, this is all going to come down. We do see the wall coming in from Badang. Isla is currently trapped. Will we see the catch? Oh, yeah, Asuna. Aurora has been taken down. The last insanity has been committed. And a double kill for the X-Borg as Martis has been sent back to base. Yeah,
bro.
this is currently Team SA is very, very strong. I mean,
That was
it's 4-0.
so close. That was so close. If Martha's just button smashed that Decimate onto that Esme, he might have gotten the kill. But there's once again the A1 onto Alicat. Will she hit the crossbow tag? Not needed, bro. She just solo kills that and now be into oblivion. That is where you can say hashtag deleted.
As we do see this tier 1 turret, that shield will be taken down. I mean, the pressure here onto the gold lane, that's exactly what you want for your marksman. You want your marksman to rotate out of the lane as fast as possible. So this pressure that they're keeping here, it's beautiful. Honestly, it is. But let's see. We do see the rotation going from the bot lane to the mid lane, as we do see the turtle is up in the next 5 seconds. I know I'm 2 seconds ahead, but it is what it is. 5-0 at this point. And, well, almost a 4K gold lead. 3.1K.
Crazy game coming out here from Rose and Isla. So Aurora making the rotation to the bot lane. Looks like they're not going to contest. I would like this Martis to start camping, bro. There's the full engagement. First crack into the falling star moon. That's a double kill. Martis is into the mix, but he will get taken out. The Mortal Cores will not be able to escape. That's a double kill for Rose and another kill in the hands of Dimple Druid. 3-0 exchange. Turtle take it and the recall spam is coming out.
And Team SA will be getting that map advantage with this tier 1 turret. Oh, nearly falling. But Esme onto the Aurora. We do see those glaciers getting popped. But just trying to keep the turret safe. I mean, just a release as we do see 1-1 gets the first tier 1 turret in favor of Team SA.
This Arsenal definitely needs to play a bit more patiently on that Frigid Glacier. She keeps spamming it onto the first target, and that's a major teamfight ultimate that they are missing. There's Isla with the first crack onto Martis. The hot guard is onto him, but that's a kill. But Angela did commit, and that's a second kill. 2-0 exchange. Awen is onto the mid lane, but Dang going for the wraparound play. Will they commit to this? Bro, it's going to be hard, but yeah, no, they rather want to go for the Zhuzong. There's a full engagement here. Onto one, Black Dragon form has been committed, but he just escapes safely. But, bro, he's sticking around. Crazy plays. This is going to be a 4v1 situation. They're going to dive. Count it down. 3, 2, 1.
No, they're just waiting for the minions. You can see this is going to happen. The Badang is not allowing that escape, as we do see the engagement, and Xbox picks up the kill under the tier 1 turret. That should succeed the second tier 1 turret in favor of Team SA, as we do see Alicat with the Honeybee does steal a tower back in favor.
Bro, and at least Alicat did fall back, so if they want to go for the split push rotations, they need to take the turret, take the lane and get out, not overcommit, overstay. They're going on to the mid-tier turret. Martis is here into the mix. The Mortal Coils has been committed. Will we see the first decimate of the match? So the beautiful first crack from the Badang is out, and that is another kill into the arsenal of Team South Africa.
I mean, we will see them taking on this third and final. Oh, no, opting out. But I mean, look, Badang, I've heard a lot of people saying that they don't like the Badang on roam. And my opinion is still Badang is underrated on the roam position. I mean, this just comes to show you what you can do with the Badang on a roam. Why let the ladies show you what a Badang on roam can do?
Bro, like Badang Roam was not always as good, but after this recent update, Badang Roam is actually quite decent, especially if you look at which heroes you can pair him with. The IESF is into the mix. There is a lot of damage onto the XP laner, so beautiful crossbow tank to dodge the decimate. Bro, that is clutch plays, and Badang is just an annoyance onto this Aurora, bro.
Look, this is. I'm not gonna lie. This is a very one-sided matchup. So it, yeah. Anyway, we see the jungle invade coming in here from Team SA. Well, they are definitely leaving this turtle to turn into the Lord. We're looking at a potential quick ending here.
Yeah, bro, they were like, okay, bro, this is one. Let us take the Lord and finish fast. I want to go play some rank. There's a falling diamond onto Garters. The hard guy has been committed. The freezing glacier onto one. But bro, this Esma is just eating all of the damage. The last insanity is not available. The Braga armor has been popped. But bro, Esma tower diving, Alicat securing that kill. That's a 1-for-nothing exchange. But meanwhile, Yuzong doing what he does in the previous game and just split push to death.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we need to give Esme Rose some credit here. Her Star Moon Fall is pretty much on point, and Esme, it's a hero that has been not being picked up a lot of lately. As we do see this engagement onto this Lord, this should be firmly onto the side of Team SA. Currently the Martis, Aurora and Angela deciding split push in the top lane, trying to get that back door open, but we do know 1-1 has that quick rotation.
Oh bro, but Yuzong committing the Black Dragon, but it could not get back over the wall. First crack is there, it dives, Hardcore has been committed. So that's 3 ultimates available, but they are sandwiching all 3 of these players. This Xborg is looking for a pick. There's the last insanity onto 3, followed up by the Fury of the Phoenix. No kill submitted. Alex had 1 hit, and there's the session secure the kill. 2-for-nothing exchange into their hands.
You see the Martis coming into the mix here. Xborg takes down and gets a godlike kill onto the Martis. So that just takes a 3-0 exchange for Team SA. I'm going to be able to free farm in the top lane with that Lord.
Yeah, this might be game set and match. I mean, I don't know if Martis has picked up the Sky Piercer yet, but I mean, bro, this is a Sky Piercer game if I've ever seen one.
So there is 2 Sky Piercers. Xborg as the Sky Piercer and Martis as the Sky Piercer, but obviously no stacks for Martis. As we do see the Lord does charge onto the tier 3 turret. The Frigid Glacier was committed, just starting up Xborg and, well, Dimple Druid. But that would not stop Team SA. They would want to get the shields popped. Yes, sir. That is 2 shields popped. I mean, the next minion wave is going to come in, and they should secure this tier 2 turret in the bot lane.
One thing I have to say to the South African ladies, bro, they're showing the respect. I mean, they're so far ahead. They can dive everyone. There's a falling star moon onto the Angela. She is very low. Black Dragon form has been committed. Obviously, the full engage hardcore is onto YC, but he gets taken down. This is puts Esther in the prime position. For armor has been popped. So that's no loss of sanity. There's the Fury of the Phoenix just to stun up everyone. But no further engagement. So, bro, this is actually respect being shown from Team South Africa. They have the ability just to full stand dive everyone under the turret, and they even might secure all the kills. But they the patient and disciplined game.
Yeah, no, look, agreed. But we do see that SA is backing off now. The Badang did get back to full health. So we should see that next set coming in. The Lord is 30 seconds away. So it's going to be patient play. You'll see the Zetian recalling now just to get that HP back and set for the next team fight. But yeah, this is disgusting. I mean, it's 12k gold lead, pretty much. It's 200 gold away, but it's 12k gold lead just before the 12-minute mark. 18-0.
Oh, bro, that is solidly. I mean, overall, okay, it seems, bro, there's an AFK. We have an AFK thumbs up going on, but unfortunately, we are not the Revs, Isla. We don't have the ability to just pause the games. There's Ketsuka being offline. Will this be the game changer that Team Namibia needs to get back into the game? Or will Team South Africa still put on the pressure?
Well, look, Namibia doesn't know about it. Okay, there we go. The Xborg is back. Yeah, just going for that split push in the bot lane. You know, not knowing that the Xborg is not into the mix or was not into the mix. As we do see the minions going for that tier 3 turret in the bot lane. this Lord should be secured. Well, definitely will be secured by Team SA as 1-1 does finish the job on the right.
And that's a tier 2 turret being secured in the bot lane. But nonetheless, I mean, they have the ability with this Lord to take a massive in. I mean, 5 members of Namibia is still ready and up to go. If they can be patient on the Aurora Stringent Glacier, pair that up with a Nabi, and then just send Angela and Yuzong onto the enemy while they all stand up, that might be the turnaround they need. But bro, this Ayaka needs to play. Oh, there's a Frigid Glacier onto Natalia. The engagement flick has been committed. There's a Fear of the Phoenix last insanity also into the mix. There's the first kill into the 1-1 broke. The Scarlet tank doing a lot of damage. 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 down. And Awen just jumps out, bro. What a crazy engagement from South Africa.
All right, Rico. You should definitely share with us after this match, as we do see that is 2 tier 3 turrets taken down by the SA ladies. We do see the engagement, the first crack onto Aurora, and the Nexus is focused on and taken down. GG's, well played. Well, SA ladies, well, outplaying, well, the men, in my opinion, doing a lot better. But nonetheless, this was diabolical coming in from the SA women. So GG's well played, and the Ketsuka picking up MVP once more with the X-Ball.
This is the second 22-0 match. So well played, and X-Borg, bro, Ketsuka, well-deserved MVP. I mean, bro, that jungler is crazy. Definitely showing us what the captain materials are coming out from both SA's men and women team. I mean, bro, these players are just crazy good.
Yeah, well, look, we need to give Ketsuka some credit. She was officially announced as the new captain for Team SA's women. So what a night to feature off her captaincy. So GG's well played. I mean, a round of applause. This was dominating from start to finish. And it kind of makes it very difficult to cast the game if the game is one-sided. But I mean, it just comes to show you what skills Team SA's women's have got to bring you.
I mean, brother, this is something Namibia can build on. Take this loss, take the knock on the chin, bro. Build it up from there. Get your team to training. I mean, if you can train up, anything is possible. Come back next year with a vengeance and, bro, show South Africa that you are not out of the game yet. I mean, in the course of a year, bro, everything can change. So they must not give up. They have a lot of potential.
All right. Interestingly enough, did I see the score clearly? It was 22-0, the exact same as last game. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, the draft was just out of the question for Namibia. It was just not gonna work, unfortunately. So yeah, GG to SA. They played that well and drafted well. That was just a complete stomp, absolute stomp, bigger than what the men's team did, 100%.
I was absolutely dominating.
It's not often you get to see 22-0, 22-0, one after the other. You know, if I was a betting man, right, I don't know what the odds on something like that would be.
I need to ask the girls whether that was planned, because we saw them backing off a little when it was 19-0. I just want to find out whether that was planned to make it 22-0 again.
Yeah. They saw how the men's team performed over the last few days. They're like, nah. We need the spotlight. We're gonna one-up them here. We're gonna take a series in a clean sweep. A real clean sweep. Sweep. I mean, I wanted to say queen sleep. Because
Queen sleep. That's what South Africa is saying to Namibia right now, right? Queens go to sleep, man.
It's overall 44-0. That's crazy. I haven't seen that yet. I don't even think ever in terms of streaming.
And if you think about it this way, it's 2-2-0, 2-2-0, 2-0.
Yeah.
I like that. No.
Well, I've been trying to refresh the match that's happening between Mauritius and Madagascar as well. because obviously the winner from this match between SA and Namibia plays against them tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. But I haven't seen the results update, and I mean IESF updates these results on their webpage pretty much instantly, so it might have been that they had some delay starting, and that the South Africa girls finished off Namibia before the Mauritius and Madagascar was able to post a single result. I guess we'll have to inform them later, maybe on the WhatsApp chats or something, on the announcements who Team South Africa's playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
We might wait a while for that.
The Madagascar and Mauritian ladies, they're fairly evenly matched, so that could be going into those late minutes. I mean, both these games finished in. The first game was quite quick. The second game a little bit longer, like a minute or two longer than the first, but they finished around that earlier part of the game, or the early stages of late game, shall we say. It didn't really go towards the time where your Lord's gonna be doing a ton of damage. I mean, we didn't really hit the 12-minute Lord in either of the matches, so it was quite quick. It was comprehensive victories.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially allowing that third turtle to turn into the first Lord. I mean, that did speed up the process for the second Lord. So, yeah, but I mean, wow. Dominant. Lotus, what's your thoughts? It seems like tonight is the evening for the ladies.
Well, to be honest, Namibia's biggest problem was the fact that they went for a team full of comfort picks. If you do that and none of the comfort picks combo with each other, as we saw on Team Namibia, then you don't really have a chance to win. Like Rico said, their draft just didn't work. And versus the amazing draft coming out from Team SA, so if Namibia, especially within the course of this next year, if they can actually get the drafting with an order and then next the comp, then I'm pretty sure that next year's matches will be much more even, especially because hard work beats anything, and it can easily beat time if you put in enough effort. So a lot of potential for the side of the Namibian ladies, and I'm pretty actually hoping to see them next year coming back with a bang.
Anyway, I'm dying to ask the question to Wei and the team here. What is the? Give me one free evening. Tell me a day that's we have a free evening. We're gonna do guys. We're gonna do a Conrica tournament in one evening. All right. I've got a cool idea that Namibia gave me. A very very cool idea.
I think Thursday, this coming Thursday, is the one free day. Scott's going to go get confirmed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so at this point of stage, so MSA will be starting back up Wednesday night. So we've actually got Monday, Tuesday free.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Monday we don't, because we've got PUBG on Monday. So we've got Tuesday night free, bro.
What's happening this Sunday?
Nothing.
It's a Sunday.
Guys, Conrica tournament coming Sunday. The announcement is tonight. You'll find out what it is, what's going to be happening, what the specific rules are. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes here. I'm gonna just make it a single elimination, 8 teams. First to
Hold up.
as per usual. First to sign up gets the place.
Hold up, if I sign up now, I don't have to go through all the registration. Can I sign up?
No,
Okay.
go through the registration.
Is it teams that signs up, or is it individual
I'm gonna make it. Your captain needs to sign up their players in the first
Okay, so-
first 18.
Choose
I have 4 teams. I want to sign up.
First come, first serve. Okay, first come, first serve. All right.
After
Go
seeing
on.
that on stream today, I think I have second-hand PTSD. I'm not playing on stream.
Bro, can do it. Come join us for the Conrica, dude. I'll make a spot for you in IO for the tournament.
Well, you have an advantage of knowing about it right now. So there you go. All right.
There we go.
Yeah, it's something fun to do.
I'm gonna keep the rules a secret for now. But,
So the rules is dark system only. So you're only allowed to use Anabi and Mia, Zalong and Gaja, and
hey, this card is not dark system. Don't trash talk my bird like that. That's my boy. Anyway, yeah, I will be posting the announcement tonight. So keep an eye out for it.
All right. So on the end of this very exciting performance from the ladies team. I mean, there's no words to be said, right? You go, if you haven't seen all of the highlights and stuff, yeah, ouch should be the word. The word of the evening, most definitely. But thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. It's a pleasure as always to have you with us. Thank you again, Johan, to the MSSA for allowing us to stream this particular match, and to the IESF for hosting the regionals. So these are two big organizations that will be spearheading our Mobile Legends scene into the future, as you get to see how well South Africa has been doing. Anyway, any final words from anybody before we close the stream tonight?
Lotus, I still want to...
No, Carol.
No, thank you for MSSA and IESF who brought us this. Lotus, you still haven't answered my question, and I need to know it on stream. Who's the man that gave you that ring on? And no, it's not for me. It's not for me. I just need to know which one of the Don Dons did win this battle.
Don 1 or Don 2.0?
This is a gift from my mom. Thank you very much. It was my mom and my sister's ring.
Wrong finger.
Yeah, left hand and
I don't
this finger
care.
is very sus. Very sus.
I love wearing my rings.
Do you know why?
Don't
do you know why, Lotus, that the wedding ring goes on this finger, or engagement ring?
No.
It's there's a vein that leads to your heart from here. That's why they put it on this finger.
Isn't that on all your fingers though? All
No, one of them. One of them.
There you go.
Don't give it away. No, it's one of the main arteries that runs through there.
And ladies and gentlemen, and on that bombshell, you could end it off with a laugh. Compliments of Lotus. So thank you all for joining the stream. It was fun. It was pleasure. And Team SA's women, bow down. Bow down.
So